Oops. Hey, Sarah. So if you say something in the chat, I can bring you in that way. Hi. Hmm. What's going on with the is this like are you guys joking? Let's see. Will it let me?
Hey, we
Hey!
made it!
Yeah,
Yeah!
we figured it
Woohoo!
out. Oh my gosh.
Damn
They have
technology. I swear to God, these children these days know this crap so well, and I'm just like an old dinosaur.
right.
How are
You know,
you, beautiful?
I'm great. How about you?
Peachy.
Yeah. So yeah, they've done a whole bunch of done a whole bunch of updates on the site over the last couple of months. So they updated something else because I it's not been
Yeah,
like this bad.
they need to run that by me before they do that shit. I'm telling you.
Right, right. They forgot to ask. They forgot to
I
ask.
don't like that crap,
So,
man. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
right. It's really nice.
Wonderful.
It's not quite as nice down here. We've got kind of cloudy skies and stuff going on.
Oh, poop.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be beautiful here at the beach for the next few days. I'm just dying to get out and do some fishing or something.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
how's everything going?
Awesome. Day
Yeah.
41.
Right. Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, so how are you feeling about everything?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm loving life
Well,
for once.
what got you to that point where you just said, enough is enough and I'm not going to use anymore?
Well, I went to prison, I think, for trying to get away from an abusive relationship, and I ended up being labeled the abuser in the situation somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I got out, the person that was watching my children decided she was going to keep them and didn't really take care of them well. And I mean, told my daughter to kill herself a few times until she tried 3 times
Hmm.
and got a restraining order on me for a year against my kids. And when I got out of prison, I didn't have my Part B medical insurance, so that I couldn't get into treatment like I wanted to. And so for the next year, I just kind of went as low as I possibly ever have, and, took it out on myself pretty much. Got with a lot of really terrible people and did things I swore I never would do, like needles. And thank God God blocked that from me.
Mhm.
The enjoyment of it, because I once was enough, and then I knew I was at rock bottom. And shortly after that, I got the call saying that they were going to give me a chance to get my kids back. And I told them I was in the worst situation possible. I wasn't doing well. I needed help.
Mhm.
I needed to get into treatment. And so they helped me. And I'm doing outpatient treatment despite what they think I should be doing. Um,
Mhm.
I think it's a lot tougher doing it this way because there's not drug dealers and drugs everywhere. Um, I'm living alone now.
Mhm.
I had to leave a relationship with somebody I cared about very deeply,
Mhm.
but isn't in the same boat I'm in as far as having to get clean and wanting a life and ready. Readiness is key to sobriety. And that hurt. It still hurts. I still try to help him, you know, change his mind, but
Yeah.
everybody's has their time when it's their time, and now's my time. So I got
Right.
visits with my kids again. I'm doing treatment 4 days out of 5 a week. Um, and it helps so much to have that support system surrounding me, and I'm replacing the negative thoughts and all that with a different outlook in life that I've never, ever, ever had in my life. And it's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never been happy. I've always been depressed. And, I've always thought about the negative in life. And for once in my life, I feel like there's hope. And it feels really good that I'm doing 10 times more with myself now that I'm sober than I ever did, with the reason of I got to do all this, so I'm going to get high, and
Right.
it's not necessary. You don't realize how
Not
much of a
that one.
freaking slacking
Yeah.
procrastinator you are when you're tweaked out. But
Right.
I'm doing things now, and it's awesome, and I love it, and my kids are proud of me, and it's just life is great, and I just wish I could take all my friends and family and loved ones that are still suffering and drag them along with me, but you can't do that.
You
And
can't. Yeah.
that's the hardest part about it, really.
Mhm. Yeah, I
But yeah,
remember having that. Yes, I was working for Restoration Hardware, and it's one of they have like the top as far as like expectations of their customer service team, but
yeah,
the lowest pay. So
yeah,
we would we would get QA'd like every other day, and if it wasn't like a supervisor QAing us, we had like a whole QA team, that was listening to our calls. So you had to be within this little teeny tiny adherence. And I finally went, you know what? No, I need to be high to do this. In order to
yeah,
do my job, I'm going to have to be high. And I remember, all of a sudden I started dropping weight like crazy, and people are just like, "Oh, you look so good, girl. You don't even know. This is the Coca-Cola and meth diet. All right."
yeah,
Yeah. And seriously, you get to that point
yeah,
where like you're so overwhelmed with everything and you think that you're doing well. You think you're doing better
yeah.
because you're just like, yeah, I'm functioning. I'm totally functioning in this. No, you're
Oh yeah.
psychotic. You are psychotic,
Mhm.
like way more psychotic than what you were like, sober. And
Exactly.
you are better off without the job and all of these other, instead of us getting rid of the pressures, what we try to do is like figure out how to function underneath the pressure. And,
Yeah.
and it's self-destructive. So
Oh,
real
very,
the
very.
pressures are what is causing all of it. That's
And
what.
the guilt
Oh
was
yeah.
enough to, I mean, having drugs in my home, having, you know, the intent to spend more time with my kids once I got all these things done, and then
Hmm.
getting high and sitting in a room, um, avoiding them because of that. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't. what I intended, and it
Right.
took a lot of time away. And the last 3 years not having them, oh my God, I just had so much time to think about everything I did wrong, and how to fix it. And now they're suffering the same things I suffered. And, traumatically, our childhoods were totally, totally different. I mean, night and day. I got beat since I was 5 years old, and alcohol and drugs was a daily, daily part of my life. I started using, well, I was born on pills, but I started drinking and taking my mom's whatever pills I could find, I pop them in my mouth. And what was that, And
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a dumbass, but yeah, I just tried to mask all of the pain.
Yeah.
And, and it didn't do anything but destroy my teeth, destroy my self-confidence, my dreams, you know,
Mhm.
a lot. It damn near took everything I had. And I'm 42, and I'm just now starting to live, and it
Mhm.
sucks that it took this long, but all the struggle that I've been through, I know has got to be God's will for me to help somebody, I think, there's more to sobriety than just getting sober, you know, um,
Right.
especially if you're okay with talking about it, because you're sharing your testimonies, and your testimonies are what inspire other people
Mhm.
to, to strive harder, or to try things that they never thought that they'd be able to do, and not everybody has it as easy as I'm seeming to have the sobriety thing going on, I mean,
Right. Right.
it's not that easy for everybody, but it's all in your head, you have to
Mhm.
decide you're done being in the past and in the pain, and you have to have hope, and that's the main thing that's kept me going right now, is that I've done everything the wrong way for so long. I want to start doing it different, I'm in an RV right now, little tiny RV with
Mhm.
two little horrible kitties. See, yeah, they're sweet right now, but I got scratches everywhere. They're horrible, but they keep me company.
I've
Um,
seen your post about the cats.
God, they're psychotic. They're
Hysterical.
possessed.
They're
They sleep on my face. I got scratches right
right.
here. They're terrible,
Yeah.
but they love me. God, they're just horrible. It's because I named them boy names, and they're both girls. I think that's what it
Oh
is.
wow. Yeah.
I didn't know at the
You've
time.
made
But
them confused. You've made them all
yeah, they are very, and I'm confused most of the time. I don't know. But yeah, it's this RV of mine is my home now until I get
right.
a better home. But I can lock the door. I can put up a note. I can tell everybody to leave me alone. It's my treatment, It's something I've never been able to do, and never had to do, except for when I went to prison, and that little
Mhm.
cell it's about the same size, but it's so much.
Right. You're like, did I upgrade? Did I
Yeah,
upgrade?
it's
I,
like
I,
I got a
I
coffee pot, bro.
right.
And I can come and go as I please.
Right.
It's just, this is my choice of how I want to live, because going to treatment's one thing. You don't have a lot of choices. You don't have a lot of temptation. You have a lot of support, and you can't really do it without support. So
Right.
if you think you're just going to run off and hide in a room and stay sober easily, it's not going to work. Um, I mean, I recommend anybody with this addiction to with this disease, to definitely get in touch with the support out there. Reach out, and so I know it's impossible to just cut people off. That you've been around or related to, that have used. That
Right.
you're used to being
And
around,
I
but you need to slowly wean yourself away from that until you're stronger. You know.
find, I
Yeah,
find
that's what I'm at.
like even something so little as coming in here and coming live. Hi Taga, coming live.
Hello.
You know, a lot of people get into like that mindset of I'm here to help somebody, but
That's where I'm at.
most of the time, I find that yeah, if I'm honest with myself, it's more that these people are helping me. The viewers
Both ways.
and the people who are commenting in the chat, they're helping us kind of work through our problems. And
Yeah,
just as are verbally being able to tell our story, them hearing it and helping us be able to tell our story a little bit better
yeah,
next. You know, that,
definitely.
that's definitely it's a dual healing process. You
It
know,
is. It
kind of
definitely is.
it kind of triggers people, but at the same time it helps us be able to tell a little bit better the next time and a little bit better each time.
Yeah,
We learn something new about ourselves too doing
definitely.
this kind of thing. So it's people put support down to you can only get support in the rehab, you can only get support at the hospital or from a psychologist or a therapist or something.
No.
But this is probably one of the biggest ways that you can support people is just by listening to them tell their story,
Yep,
you know,
true.
telling your own
Um,
story too.
yeah. Every day you see this on my Facebook, I take a picture of myself all goofy and the number of
Right.
days.
I'm
And
just
I'm wondering,
to do
like two
that.
weeks ago, I was wondering, am I going to do this every stinking day for the rest of my life? And people are, I'm sure, getting tired of it. They're thinking, this
Right.
bitch is crazy.
You'd be
But
surprised though. I don't think so. I don't think people are
I
getting
think it's
tired of you at
awesome.
all.
I mean,
I,
it's kind of showing you the moods I'm in daily,
Mhm.
and that it's not all happy. I mean, one day I said, day whatever, bleh. I was in a
Right.
bad mood. It's not always happy.
Right.
That's kind of just to show people the reality of it. Um, it's kind of like my biography. Everybody says, oh, I stay off Facebook. Well, no, I'm on it. I'm on it because I want to share my life, my mistakes. On this day, whew, pisses me off because I am a dumbass. I have been a dumbass for a long time. And I've known better for a long time, I'm finding. And I even faked it for a while about the sobriety thing. Like,
Right.
I don't know, 5 years ago I was claiming to be sober, but it was just that I only bought drugs on the beginning of the month. And the rest of the month I just was broke.
Mhm.
That's not an honorable way to be sober. I don't think, I
Well,
don't count it now. Then I did, but now I don't because if anybody would have came by with a bowl, I'd have smoked the shit out of that. And
right.
so,
But I think that we don't give enough credit to the lessons that we learned during
yeah,
that ugly drugged out time. And
yeah,
that's also part of, as much as we go through a spiritual awakening afterwards when we start to get sober, that is part of our spiritual awakening. We have to walk through that
yeah,
darkness and suffocate ourselves with the ugly
yeah,
and kind of pull those lessons out instead of just saying, oh, this is an ugly time, we're not going to talk about it.
yeah.
I made a whole bunch of mistakes here. Did you really? Did you
I
really?
don't,
Were those really mistakes, or was it
yeah, I
more
think
learn?
everything brings us to where we need to be, good or
Exactly.
bad. Every bad thing that happens in life, even me going to prison, has been a lesson and a blessing, honestly, because God only knows, a couple more days of putting up with that guy's shit. And I could have been dead, my whole family, him. I got to jail, and the first thing I did, I picked up a book called He Promised He'd Stop. And within the second page, I was just devastated in tears. The stories of these things that these horrible men were doing to these women, in stalking situations that I was in.
Mhm.
It was terrifying that I could have been dead at any time. My family could have been killed. He could have been dead, and it all happened for a reason. And in the night before I was arrested, I prayed to God to change my life. I'd had enough. I didn't want my kids suffering anymore and seeing their mother unhappy. And I said, God, I know how you tear shit up. And I cuss at God. Yes, it's why he gets me sometimes. But I said, I know how you tear everything down in order to rebuild it. And I'm ready. I put it in your hands. I might ask why. I might cuss you out. But bring it
Mm-hmm.
on. The next day I was in jail on my way to prison for 9 months and lost my kids. Got out, had nothing. Everything got taken, stolen, traded, smoked, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, had to live in a crack house basically for 6 months. Tried needles, had
People
no
get so
hope.
down on themselves about about cussing God out, but I mean, I'm sorry, once in a while God needs to get cussed out. He also
Oh,
needs
yeah.
some language once in a while too. I
Yeah,
mean, he
I
understands,
praise him enough.
but it's part of your expression. You're allowed to express yourself in that way, and just
Yeah.
allow yourself to express and be like very, out there with it. And I say the F word once in a while, I say,
Once in a
sometimes
while.
you just, yeah, sometimes you got to. It's the only word out there.
Girl,
It's the only
I
word out
can't
there
even
that
go to
says that
church.
means what you mean.
I
I
would
mean,
go into church and say "gosh damn" and all kinds of stuff.
right,
Yeah. Thank God he forgives.
right. This camera goes off, and I've got a potty mouth for sure.
Oh yeah, me
I go
too.
and I take myself over to other locations to to do my cussing. Well, let's face it. All right, I try. I try. Because because I try. I don't
It's
always
different when
succeed,
you
but
hear
I
your
definitely
kids. I've heard my kids cuss since I've been visiting them. Oh my God.
try.
I'm like, whoa! Before the cuss word
Right?
is even finished being said, I'm having a fucking freaking coronary. Okay? And I'm like, you know, don't say that! And it's making me realize who the hell did they learn that from? Who used to
Right.
curse me out? Whose fault is it that you weren't there for 3 years to put their little butts in check? Me.
Mhm.
So, yeah, they've changed a
I think
lot.
that I think that's the biggest part of recovery is just being accountable and taking responsibility and saying, "Yo,
Yeah,
you as much as you keep on talking about how your kids are all messed up, they wouldn't be messed up if he wasn't messed up. Plain and simple.
yeah. But
As
they're the
much as
best
you want to
kids
talk
in the
about how
world.
your relationship is messed up, it wouldn't be messed up if you wasn't messed up.
Yeah.
And the moment that we take that responsibility and we hold ourselves accountable for it, it's like the whole
Yeah.
world changes.
Oh, it
And
does. It does. Being
people
humble
blame
is a
the
good
person.
thing. Being humble is a
Mm,
very good thing I've learned. And I'll be the
right.
first one to tell anybody I screwed myself up. I can't blame anybody. It's, I made the decisions I made and I thought I'm a stubborn cancer. I tell you what, girl, I do what I want, whether right,
Right.
wrong, or indifferent. And if you tell me to do something, I don't care if I know it's right. I'm going to do it my way, and that usually is the opposite of your way. So yeah, it's
Exactly.
me. It's on me.
But yeah, I don't think I sometimes I look at my pages and stuff and I'm just like, what are y'all looking at? What are y'all staring at? Seriously. Like I don't know what they're watching, but they're watching something. And the same thing is said like there's times that I look at other people and I'm like, what are these people looking at? Why are they interested in this person? And it's like we don't know what somebody else is going to think is totally amazing and magnificent. So we just kind of
Yeah,
have to realize that we are amazing, we are magnificent, you know, and life is up and
it
down.
will be.
Yeah, but I mean, each one of us, I think, is totally amazing and magnificent. We have somebody that works for corporate here, uh, Angel Gonzalez, and I really, honestly, I couldn't tell you what it is about him that's so amazing and magnificent. But yeah, he's freaking amazing. But you just there's somebody there. He's a really normal looking guy, kind of average looking, and uh, why? I don't know. But people look at me and they're just like, oh, people get scared when I walk
Well, you're
into a
beautiful. You're beautiful
Oh,
and your
thank you.
personality is awesome. And yeah, we we don't give ourselves enough credit for the beauty that we have, and inside
I
and out. And
so
people
I
tend to
think a person
think
is
beauty's
really,
skin
really
deep, but it's not. It's in here. And yeah, a lot of
yeah.
people just judge by the looks. It's you know, I don't
Hmm.
know. I think we're awesome.
I think so too. I think
Thank
every
you.
single person is awesome and amazing, and we forget that we kind of pin it down to this, physical beauty or whatever. And there's something that's just very intricate and unique about every single person, and we need to
Yeah,
focus on that and putting value into just who they are rather than the what they can offer us, what we can get out of them is,
yeah.
where it comes from. So,
I think boundaries is one of the most important things that you learn in recovery because it's definitely given me a lot of empowerment.
mm,
Um, Learning how
yeah,
to say no and
right.
learning the difference between a friend and you know a, an acquaintance or just the value of a friendship. Um, it's
Yeah,
amazing how much better you feel when you learn boundaries because I put up with a lot of crap, and I guess I just took it because I thought, oh well, I guess that's how people are treated, but it's not the case. It's how we allow ourselves to be treated, and it does definitely affect our happiness,
yeah,
and yeah, and I don't know, we're pretty awesome. We don't deserve to be stepped on,
right.
and
That was the hardest part for me, was just kind of learning how to set boundaries and saying no, you
yeah,
know, just saying that this is not for me, or you know what? No, I don't have to change. I don't have to
yeah,
change anything just because you're uncomfortable. I'm not going to change. And,
yeah,
maybe that makes me a bitch, but you know what? Okay, I'm a bitch. And embracing the bitch, the inner bitch, and,
exactly. It's
like,
not being a bitch to care about yourself.
conforming, constant, total conformity to
Yeah,
to mother, to my friends, to my job, to everybody. Instead of making everybody kind of conform to me, this is how it is. And if you don't like
yeah,
it, guess what? You know what? There's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out.
yep,
You know,
it's
embracing
true.
that, just like, and you know what? It's really empowering
It
to be
is.
that
It
big of
is.
a bitch and just be
Oh,
like, yeah, you
well,
know what? Fuck
yeah,
you.
it
Oh, no,
is. I've
I'm not
had
gonna
people
listen.
like within 2 weeks of me being clean, I had well, an acquaintance jump in my car at the gas station and ask for a ride, and I'm like, okay. And I said, hey, guess how many days I got clean and sober, right? And he's like,
Hmm.
oh, really? We want to get high? I'm like, no. Did you not
People
hear
are
that?
just
I know. And he asked 7 more times, and I finally pulled the car over. I'm like, look, I'm happy. I've said this to you 5 times now.
right.
Why would I want to screw up the chance of getting my kids? Why would I want
Mhm.
to start over that number again, let myself down, just to keep you company the way you wanted company? You need to stop or you're going to get out of my car. And everybody that still asks me for a ride because they're noticing I'm being more friendly, being more, generous, supportive, and positivity attracts all kinds of people, good or bad.
Right.
But they call every day, can I get a ride here? Can I do this? Or and it's like,
Yeah.
here's my boundaries. If you use drugs in my vehicle around me, show me them, have them in my vicinity. The answer is no. I would appreciate it if you did not ask me about using. Respect the fact that I don't want it in my life anymore.
Hmm.
You're on the phone with me because I'm trying to be respectful to you, you know, but if you're not going to respect me, I'm not going to answer the phone to you anymore. And I'm sorry if that's me being a bitch,
Mm,
but I have to protect myself. And that's, basically me being upfront. And they totally respected it, for the most part. Um, you don't know how many times people have shoved it in my face the last 41 days, and it's been disappointing. It hasn't really been tempting. It's just been disappointing. The one
yeah.
time I did actually consider doing it, I was all by myself, and I sat there for 5 minutes with it, and I talked myself out of it, and it's because I was feeling low, trying to change somebody else, the relationship I left,
Hmm.
and I was disappointed. And I think it was because, your head tells you that you can't be different and be with the same person or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. Every day I go through different struggles and thoughts and opinions about it, and I don't want to give up on something that could be awesome,
Hmm.
but right now it's affecting my happiness, and I don't want that. So I have to cut that off, and that's really hard. But if anything, it's going to possibly show them my seriousness about how I want my life. And if they want to see themselves happy the way I'm changing into a different, happy person, healthy person, then maybe that would inspire them. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
just keep my
Just
fingers
remember in
crossed and I
the
pray.
beginning, yeah, just remember in the beginning of being positive, you know, I had a couple of people tell me that, and I was just like, uh, I didn't get it until after it happened to me. And there's a lot of really, really leechy, negative people that love to come and suck the energy out of positive
Oh,
people,
yes.
or at least people
Yeah.
who are kind of entering into that
Yeah.
positivity realm, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. And I've never been happy, so anybody that gets in my way is going to get cut off at the knees. I mean, it's
Right.
every time I go over there, I get a down feeling. I start dressing like a goth, and you can tell on my
I
posts
was like a
that
goth. What are you talking about? I'm not
I
depressed.
do too, but I mean, I wear like spiked necklace. I get mean looking, girl. I look like a junkyard dog about to bite
Oh, I don't.
somebody.
Yeah, I don't get all
Yeah,
like
I get
for a lot of
downright ornery and hateful, and and that's just the negative of the
yeah,
situation and the scenario rubbing off on me, and I can't stay positive in that scene, So if that's where he chooses to be, that's where he's going to have to be. I know that I deserve a heck of a lot better, and I've had opportunities in the past to be with the perfect type of person, and my drug addictions caused me to shun that away because I didn't feel I was that type of person, and good
yeah.
enough,
Hmm.
but it didn't really detour him much. But I guess I'm entertaining. If you never
Yeah.
lived in the hood, I'll tell you all about it, and then you'll just be so entertained. But yeah. Right now I'm just happy being me, and I don't need anybody's drama or negativity to drag me back into the hole that I was in where I wanted to use, because the reasons
Right.
that I was using, I can't talk myself into those anymore. There's no good reason anymore for me to get high. I've already figured out, hey, I can get up and get dressed and go and do things that I wanted to do before, and I do them a lot more now sober, and I enjoy myself, and it's fun. And I go to the grocery store and I joke with people in the line. I make a complete fool of myself. But I don't care. I love it. People laugh. They
As long as you
look at me
don't
like, what?
bite people that you're in line with, then you're fine.
Yeah, no, I crack
I
them
actually
up, you know.
got sober, and she decided that that was how she was going to deal with her sobriety. She bit me.
Oh no.
We were standing in line. She legit bit my arm. You
I
know,
think I know that gal.
and I screamed because that shit hurt. Everybody's looking at me like I'm
She
the
must have
crazy
cat
one.
scratch fever or something.
Okay, I am the crazy one, but she just bit me.
Crazy's not
Don't be
bad.
biting people.
Yeah, I won't. I might scratch him a little.
Right.
No, I went out and I spent money on my nails and did my hair and I feel good. And it took me 4 damn hours to do my nails with two cats that wanted glued fingernails to their head and stuff. And it was difficult. It was hard, but I did it, and I did it sober, and I did it way better than I thought I could before, you know,
Right.
and it's just nice doing things for myself. I went fishing. There's a little
Hmm.
pond. You can probably can't see it, but there's a park over there, and there's a
Oh,
little pond. And I got my
yeah.
fishing pole out. Instead of talking crap, I said I'm gonna
Mhm.
go fishing. So I actually went and got dressed and got my pole ready, and I went fishing for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was about 2 feet deep, but I did it, and I felt good, and I thought, God, man, I used to talk so much crap about all these things I wanted to do, so I'd get all loaded, and
Right.
before you know it, it's dark, and it's too late to do those things, and
I
all the whole day was wasted on talking shit, you know, and getting high,
right.
and then you feel guilty.
When I first started getting sober, I remember I changed. Oh, that's what it was. The door handle. I changed it, and it worked. It actually worked, and I was so proud of myself because I know it sounds like this little thing, but it was not. It was like one of those
No.
electronic. It was one of those really expensive ones that was an electronic one. And you have to press the numbers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing, I sat there. It took me hours to get that stupid thing to work, but I got it to work, and I didn't bust down the door. I didn't throw it across the yard. I I actually got the thing to work, and the numbers were actually programmed right this time. And I was so super excited about that. You get super
Right on.
excited about, I did it myself. I did
Mm-hmm.
so I did, opening a jar of pickles
Oh yeah.
might have taken me an hour to do it, but quit trying to do everything for me. Let me do something for myself, because
Yeah.
that's the problem is you have too many enablers around you. Is that
Yeah.
they do everything for you, everything. And it's like just something so simple as let me open a I feel like that 5-year-old. You know that guy from Saturday Night Live? Let me
Stewie?
do it. Let me do
Stuart?
it.
Yes!
Yes, Stuart. Yes. That's what I like. I like that's how you feel though. Because it's like everybody comes in and they want to do everything for you, and it's like if you touch it, I'm gonna hurt you. Just
I
don't
can't open biscuits. I
don't
opened some
touch it.
biscuits. Those
Right.
biscuit popper things. Oh my God. Those, my husband used to always open those for me because I was scared shitless of those things. And
Right.
yeah, that's what I do when I'm stubborn. I open my own biscuits.
Right. Just
I'm
some
like, I don't
do
need you.
I did it. I did it myself. I did not need a man's help. I did not need to call my mother. I didn't need to call anybody. I opened a jar of pickles. You know,
Yep.
I opened, I installed a doorknob. And I am
Yep.
God because I
Yep.
installed the doorknob. You know,
I got
I
my
mean,
propane
real,
working. I
like
know exactly the feeling.
matters for real
Yep.
when you do
I
something.
asked all kinds of people. Well, people I shouldn't have asked because they probably would have showed up with a bag of dope in their hand and wanted to get me high. So I was real hesitant about who I invited, to help me. Well, one person showed up and kind of did a half-assed effort and then wanted to leave. So And it's kind of scary with propane. You could blow your ass up. You
Right.
could fall asleep and not wake up, and
Right.
I finally said, screw it. I got on YouTube and I did that shit. And today I made some biscuits and gravy on my stove and it was the bomb.
Right.
I did it by
Yeah.
myself.
I think mine was oh, I turned an old car battery into a charger for my cell phone. Like
Oh,
bad. I was so
that's
bad.
a tweaker
My
thing.
my lights, and my phone, all three got shut off the same day,
Oh my God.
and within an hour of each other. So by
Oh
the time
Lord.
the phone was first, so then I
Oh,
couldn't even call for help with
oh my God.
the electric or the battery or the water or anything. So I'm sitting there and hi new person. Um,
Hi.
I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure out, oh crap, my phone is about to die.
Oh, I'd have a heart
How am I gonna
attack.
how am I gonna wait, I'm addicted to technology. I
I
have
know.
my phone
Facebook.
I how am I gonna do this? So the first one was I drove down to the gas station because there was an electrical outlet on the gas station. I plugged in an extension cord and I had this extension cord going from
You brought the cord too, girl.
I did. I had
Right
the
on.
cord going from the gas station all the way out to my car. I wanted to sit inside my
Excuse
car.
me. I got my cord here.
Right.
Those are some desperate
And I'm sitting
times.
there with my leg all propped up out the window and everything. And I was playing my video game on my phone.
You,
You know,
you filling up milk jugs on the side of their little. Oh, that is funny.
right.
Right on.
So I mean, you just like so that was the first step, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm spending gas going all the way down there and then all the way back to the house. How do I get some way to charge my stuff? Not, dude, try to
YouTube.
get the freaking bill paid. No, no. I'm in there because I'm still high. I'm still high. So
Girl, in the place I
I
lived
had an
last,
old car
the whole
battery.
house ran on batteries. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I had an old
He
car
had no
battery.
water and no power for 6 months. Oh my God. It was hard. We was pioneering it. It was
Yeah,
not easy.
I went on YouTube and I found a way that you could on YouTube they had this directions on how to turn a car battery into turn it from DC to AC, so you could use
Mm-hmm.
it for AC
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm following all the directions and everything, and um, yeah, the
You
stuff
could
that
have
you
blowed
do when
yourself
you're
up. I know. That's
and it
all
would have
my
been
ex
so much
watches.
easier to just call somebody,
Mm,
go and find somebody with a phone and
yep.
call them. But no, I was driving down the road with an extension cord and power adapter and, had to do crazy stuff coming
Did
in
you send a
from
thank you letter
north
to the
traffic.
store?
Huh?
Did you send a thank you letter to the store afterwards?
Right? No, my money. Because all the damn hot Cheetos that I bought over there, they could have,
My kid loves those, man.
yeah,
Yep. I can't wait to get them back and see the new me. I mean, whew, they're going to think I'm drugged out now.
right?
My friend goes, no, they're going to see you're happy. I said, well, good. Because, yeah, I did a lot of damage when I left them. I
Hmm.
got a lot to fix. So I'm hoping to get as much out of this as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter.
Huh?
Oh, I'm just greeting people as they come in.
Oh, hello,
The,
Psycho
the,
Bunny.
oh, that was the other thing. I have everything going over to my YouTube, so if you want this afterwards, just let me know and I'll give you the link to the video.
Okay. Yeah, I invited a bunch of friends to watch, and Mr. Perfect was trying to watch on Facebook, and he couldn't do it. He kept texting me. I said, just be patient. I don't know what I'm doing. It's technology. Just be patient. Yeah, so.
Right.
All right, well, thank
So
you for inviting me to chat. I'd love to do this
you're welcome.
again. We could
Well,
talk about crappy men
you should
and women.
do the Open Pathways group on Facebook. Go on ahead and come in and try to do lives. If you need somebody, come and ask one of our admins or one of the mods. And
Okay,
we have a lot of admins and mods, so there's always somebody who's available to do like a broadcast with you, even if I'm not there.
okay,
So it's kind of we're trying to create sort of like a sistership type of a
that's
thing going
cool.
to support sisters
Oh,
get
come
everybody
on,
an
Toby.
opportunity. Because it's
Oh,
really hard to come live by yourself to begin with, you know?
yeah, yeah. I'm learning all this new crap, and it's great. But sometimes we need help. The little
Right.
terror is awake. Little spoiled
Yeah.
terror. He sleeps on my face every night. He's crazy.
That's one thing. I have
She.
never allowed myself to get more animals. I really kind of want a dog. I really do. But I
They're a
I
lot
just
of
clean up poop.
stress.
I really don't
I
want to
had a
clean
pit
up poop.
bull.
Yeah.
You remember my pit bull Blue? I had to put him to sleep when I got out of prison. Like
Oh,
4 days afterwards, we had to put him down because he attacked my friend's dog, and it was so hard,
no.
man, because I didn't have my kids, I didn't have nothing. I got my dog back, and then he goes and gets in a fight with the gal's dog that I was staying with, and
Hmm.
he just about killed her dog. So we had to basically put them both down, and I don't know, man. Prison hardened me up. Um, it was like I accepted it. It was strange. A lot of shit's been changing, good and bad, mostly good. But this is by
Hi, Mac
far the best
Cheese.
thing I've ever done. Hi,
Yeah.
Mac Cheese. You're making me hungry.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem, is gaining the weight. I have gained probably 15, 20 pounds. Oh my God. My pants, I'm going through the wardrobe, different sizes of a week. It's horrible, but I'm going to start
You know,
exercising more.
at the end of the day, the weight gain after, getting sober is less painful than all of the, like losing your teeth, all the
Oh,
medical
yeah,
that you deal with
definitely.
while you're getting high, and
Yeah.
the damage to yourself and your family, emotional damage.
Oh, yeah,
I would
definitely.
rather be fat. I'm sorry,
Yeah, exactly.
I would rather be
Yep.
fat than have to deal with all of the stuff the other stuff that comes along with drug use.
Yeah, definitely.
Like my eye is that's part of mine is the guy that I was dating when I was high, when I was having my relapse, he put glue in my eye, and while I was asleep, he put glue in my eye.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, I was
Wow.
blind in that eye for the rest of my life, and I I've been taking they gave me some drops to put in it, and I'm slowly but surely getting some of the vision back.
That's good.
Not completely, but I'll probably have to wear some sort of a corrective lens on that eye. I'm hoping not. I mean that would be like the best case scenario to have like have it completely healed. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, the damaging things that we do to ourselves and things like
Yes.
just I think on some level we feel like we deserve it, because you were high when it happened. Being raped
Yeah.
was, you just kind of there's like this self, you know, you allow these people to abuse you, but it's almost that you are the one who's actually abusing
Yeah.
you because you feel
Yep.
you deserve it, and it took me 6 years to finally have a reaction.
Yeah.
The world ended in 2011. Awesome.
Did it
So
really? I
I
must have
say
missed
that
that
that's
one.
the correct statement if you're saying the world as we knew it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I love that song with REM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Still
been listening
my
to my
favorite.
Kiss
It's one
lately.
of my favorite older songs, but um yeah, we have um
Yeah, and starting to make
it's
appointments.
self-destructive,
Yeah,
and level of it that we just think that we deserve it. And it took me 6 years to kind of react to the whole thing with my eye. And,
yeah,
we that's part of your recovery is just kind of reminding yourself, no, you don't deserve to be beaten. I didn't
yeah,
deserve to be blinded.
yep,
I might have been a drug addict, but I didn't deserve all that.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And the stupid things we do when we're high, like blow pressure cookers up on our arms. I did
Yeah.
that not a couple months ago. That hurt. Oh my
Right.
God. You try to say
Mm-hmm.
that it was just an accident, but you know damn well you was flailing, and I shouldn't have been touching it to begin with, and so there's only one thing to blame it on. Dope.
Yeah.
but yeah, I got scars, plenty of scars that remind me. My mouth reminds me everything. My back is killing me every day. I feel like I'm 90, but happiness brings a lot of energy. So I'm hoping that might be, as I lay on my butt, something that motivates me. I'm going to get a bike and I'm going to start going swimming. I've been making doctor's appointments for things
Yeah.
I've been putting off, and so yeah, I'm getting back in. Well, I'm getting in the swing of things finally, and not back in. I never really was in, but I'm starting to. It might be a late start, but it's better than nothing.
Better late than never,
Ow!
I say. Yeah.
My cats. Ouch! I need them declawed.
Oh, don't do that. Somebody was telling me they have caps. They have caps for their
They
nails.
do. I'm gonna super glue some on them because they hurt.
Right.
They sleep on my head and they bounce to get there. It's like, ah!
Ah,
Right on. Well, it's been awesome
yeah.
talking to you. My phone's about to go dead. I'm so
Okay.
glad to have been a part of this chat. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
All right. We
All
will see
right.
you later. All
Okie
right.
doke. Take care, woman. Have
Bye.
a great day.
You too.
Bye.